Oh. Hello folks. Just a little update vlog this one because I'm not being very well. See you in a minute. Whew. Ooh. Oh, that'll do for the moment. Let's put that over there. Whew. Right, you probably noticed that I've been absent for about a week or so. Well, those of you in the UK will probably know that there's a lot of these colds and flu viruses going about at the moment, and I got it first of all because the grandchildren have obviously picked it up from somewhere, and like as you know, we've had the grandchildren as well, and we do cuddle them and all that, and you're bound to get it. So, but with me, it went onto my chest, so I got sort of a chest infection with it as well. So it's dragged on for a bit longer with me, and I'm just trying to ease the symptoms now. I've had it about 6 days at the moment, so I'm probably over the worst of it. But during that 6 days, I've not really felt like doing anything at all. And we had a weekend away as well. You might remember in a previous video that Sharon's brother, Chris, he actually brought Sharon a little holiday break or a weekend break because she wanted to visit Hampton Court Palace again, which we tried to do when we went on the tour down to London a few weeks back when we had the Blackmon down. You may remember that we would plan to do that when we was taking Jimmy to watch the Chelsea game, and the Mondale broke down, and so we never actually got to go to Hampton Court. And as it was Sharon's 50th birthday, Chris decided to treat her to a weekend break, 2 days away, and also buy her tickets for the Hampton Court Palace, which we've actually just done. And we stayed in a place in near Ascot called the Stirrups Country House Hotel. Absolutely lovely. And we had 2 nights there. We had Saturday night and Sunday night there. So Saturday we went to Hampton Court, and Sunday we basically had a day of rest and just basically enjoying ourselves. And it was a lovely break. And we do thank Chris for that, because Sharon and I probably did need a break after having sort of the grandchildren on a permanent basis for about 8 weeks. And you know, we loved having them, but as I say, you know, sometimes when you're a lot older, we done all that parenting stuff sort of 30 odd years ago, sort of thing, you know, 25 to 30 years ago, and it didn't help just getting this cold on top of everything. Anyway, so that was that. So yeah, absolutely lovely, and got there in the new Mondeo, as I say. Well, it's not a new Mondeo, the new one I bought for Sharon, as you know, the estate Mondeo. We done over 500 miles in that over that weekend, so it's proved to be a really good economical car as well. And as you know, I'm doing the little videos of little things I'm doing to it as well. And it's due for its MOT very shortly, so I've got a few more things I need to be doing to it. It's got a hole in the back box, and I think it will possibly fail on the shock absorbers at the back. Again, they're not a large amount of money to do these sort of jobs, but I will be filming them as well. I'll put it through the MOT first, see what it fails on, and then I'll do the work, basically. That's the way I'm going to handle that one. So yeah, as I say, we've done about 500 miles in the Mondale. We're back home now. It's Tuesday today. We've got some catching up to do in the garden, obviously, because I've had to let that go for the last week or so as well. And we're at the stage now where all the tomatoes are virtually ripened up, so we're going to have to do something with them. We don't want to waste them, obviously, and so we may do some cooking videos if you're interested in them at all. For those of you who enjoy the cooking videos, we haven't done a lot of them, as I say. Sharon's been making her jams and preserves and stuff like that, but because we've been so busy, she just fitted it in throughout the day, and you know, we've not had time to film it, or she's not had time to wait for me to do it because she's been either got to pick the kids up from nursery or whatever, or take them here or take them there, or whatever. So that's that, for example. So I've got a lot of work to do in the garden, a lot of clearing out work to do, a lot of tidying up and all that, and not sure whether I'm going to be growing a lot through the winter months or whatever. May plant some things like bulbs for onions and stuff like that, or maybe some garlic or whatever. I'm not an expert at doing that sort of stuff. Last year I didn't grow anything at all, so it was just a matter of leaving it all until the spring last year, which is what I did last year. So although we have got some stuff planted in the raised bed, which obviously we're going to obviously use that. So we'll see how we go with that. I've got to get on with some of my other projects now. I've got the transit van, which I've got to hopefully get sorted out before the bad weather comes. I've not actually used the transit van at all, so it's just been sitting there. So I've got the Triumph for claim, which I've got to do the head gasket on, and also some other things to do on that. We've obviously got some lawnmowers as well, which I started working on. Now we're at the end of the lawnmower season. I know quite a few of you out there actually do repair lawnmowers and stuff like that. Now's the time to buy them. Now's the time to put your feelers out there. Just go onto Facebook, for example. Go in the Facebook groups and put a little thing in certain groups, just stating, or even on your profile as well, saying old petrol lawnmowers wanted for cash waiting, something like that. And you'll find people will start sending you messages, because at this time of year they want to have a bit of a clean out as well. So if they've had a lawnmower which is problemsome or causing them a little bit of problems, not running properly, and it's hard to start and stuff like that, then that is your opportunity to pick your stuff up now for next year, providing you've got somewhere to store them, obviously. But this is the sort of time you can pick and choose. You know, pick stuff that you're used to, like the simple ones, like the Briggs and Stratton engine ones to work on. We do a lot of them. The Honda ones are a bit more trickier, but also a lot more expensive as well. But obviously the rewards with Hondas and haters and things like that is that you're paying a higher price for them, but the reward is obviously potentially a lot higher as well. So, you know, it depends what you want to do at the end of the day and how confident you are. You don't need much skill to repair these things. You need a basic hand set of tools, maybe a socket set as well, and you need a bit of common sense as well, and be able to follow simple instructions, or follow what we do in my videos, for example, and you should be okay. And there's always a mine full of wealth out there of help if you do get stuck, if you get a problem. But most of the common problems you get with lawnmowers that have not been used for a long period of time are ones of old stale petrol, the carburetor needs a service, and maybe the cables are misadjusted or stuff like that, or someone's had a play about with it and they've not put it back together properly. So they're not really hard to repair, providing you follow simple steps and you don't mind not so much getting your hands dirty, but having somewhere to store them at this time of year. So that's a little thing for you there. Now you may remember when I was talking about the Mondeo before, about jacking the car up. It's a little bit awkward to jack certain cars up along the seal line, because they've got this crease that comes down, and you know you can't really jack either side of the crease. Now I got a message from one of my subscribers who said that he nicked an idea off of a local garage that he was visiting, and what they do is they've got the trolley jack, which they jack the car up at the side where the sill is, or you call it a rocker panel in America, and there's a seam that comes down. Well, he said that they use pucks, ice hockey pucks. Now I went out and bought a couple, and these are something like £3 each, £3.25 each. And I don't know if you can see that, they've actually got the slit down the middle as well. Now these are some sort of really solid, either nylon-y type plastic or whatever. And he said all they do, they sit that in the trolley jack, the cap, you know, the cup of the trolley jack, and then they jack up on that. And with the slot in, that gives them enough slide to actually take the car up on the side without damaging that slot. So if you're interested, if you ever got a trolley jack, and you've got one of these cars where you need to jack it up on the side along the rocker panel or the seal, whatever you want to call it, and these might be worth giving a go, just to get one of these on eBay. I got this on eBay. Have a look, see if you can find them, and you'll find loads of them, but then if you look a bit harder, you'll find the ones with the slots in, like I have done, so you haven't got to cut any slots in them. So there you go, might be a little handy tip for someone there. And yeah, I've not given them a go yet, as I say, because we've been very busy. So yeah, that's it. I'm full of cold at the moment, or flu, or whatever you want to call it. I went into my 6th day now. I've not taken any antibiotics, but it did go onto my chest. So my weekend was a little bit more dampened than Sharon's, because during the night, for example, I was up half the night, can't breathe properly, stuff like that, because you're all blocked up or whatever. So anyway, that's that. So we're now at the mid-September point, 22nd of September, and I've still been watching loads of my subscribers' videos. I do that. I don't just make videos, put them on there. And, I mean, I do avidly watch other people's videos on YouTube, and I try to comment wherever I can as well. But I don't know whether you've noticed. I know a lot of people have been complaining that that Google or YouTube have been playing about with their algorithms again. Because me, for one, I know that I always try to answer every comment that people send me, and the reason why I can do that is because I've got two forms of getting notifications. One is obviously when you visit YouTube, you've got the little bell in the corner which flicks up how many messages you've got or whatever, and you can click on that and then see who's actually made a comment and then reply. And then you've also got the facility if you activate it where you can get sent an email as well, and that way. So, but the bottom line is I've not been receiving emails, and I've also not been, and I've got a couple of YouTube channels, as you know, and both of them have been playing up. So it's not an isolated incident. Plus, also listening to other people, they've all had the same problem. But there's no information on the internet as to why this has happened, why it has been. But it has been a very big inconvenience. So if I haven't answered your emails, then please be assured it's not because I have purposely not done that. I do obviously try to answer all my emails and messages and whatever and comments. But there has been obviously a problem, and it's improving. Let's put it that way. So I don't know what they're doing or what they're updating or whatever. But as I say, there has been a problem. So I do obviously see your messages when they come through to me, but if I haven't seen them, then that would be the reason. So, but rest assured, I do actually look at videos and watch other people's videos and comment on other people's videos as well. It's all part of the YouTube experience as well. So, anyway, I'm going to get back to this now. Whether it's doing any good, what I do find, you've got to have your eyes blinking closed when you do this because it makes you cry. The menthol. I've got menthol in hot water, by the way. It's not so steamy at the moment, but I'm going to give it a go, and we'll be back to full strength pretty shortly anyway. So keep your eyes open, and I'm going to keep mine shut. I'll see you later. Bye for now.